Hi, let's learn about the important works written by Samuel Butler of Victorian age. Samuel Butler was a writer of Victorian age and he was against the Christianity. He was also interested in science and he had satirized many scientists of the time, and he was very famous for his imagination, and he was also famous for his new ideas in English literature. So let's learn about his major works. First is Darwin Among the Machines. It is an article. So it was not a complete book, but it was actually a small article. Samuel Butler read about Darwinism and got impressed, but later he dejected Darwin. So first he was very much influenced by Darwin, but later he did not like his idea. He wrote an article about that. The article raised the possibility that machines have gone through evolution, and there is a possibility that eventually machines might supply humans as the dominant species. Okay, so he professed, or he thought in his mind that human beings have developed the machine. Similarly, machines would develop the human beings, and they will make them in um, make them in excess, like the humans do with them. Next is Aravan. Aravan was published in 1872. The full title is Aravan or Over the Range. It was published anonymously. He did not give his name for this work. So anonymous means a work for which the writer do not give his name. He writes it anonymously so that the other person cannot come to know by whom this work is written. The title is the name of a country which is supposed to be discovered by the protagonist. Arawan is a fictional country which reads as nowhere reading back to forward. If you see the spellings of Arawan when you read them from back to forward, then you come to know that the name of the title is Nowhere. Next is Evolution, 1879. Four books of evolution he had written. First book is Life and Habit, Old and New, Unconscious Memory, Luck or Cunning. So these are the four books which fall under the category evolution, written by Samuel Butler. It is based on the theory of Darwin in his book The Origin of Species. Next is Arawan Revisited in 1901. Arawan Revisited is a novel which is a sequel to previous novel named Arawan, which is a utopian country. Utopian country means that country which is only imagined, in which there is everything perfect, but it can only be imagined. There is no such country in real life. There is not any such space in the world, but it is just the imagination of the writer. Everyone revisited 20 years later, both by the original discoverer of the country and by his son, is a satirical novel. So it was published 20 years after the first publication, which was in 1972, I guess. And this work was written 20 years later when the protagonist and his son both discover a new country named Arawan. The Half of All Flesh was published in 1903, which was semi-autobiographical novel. It attacks Victorian era hypocrisy. It traces four generations of Pontifex family. It is also called Ernest Pontifex sometimes. The title is sometimes also called Ernest Pontifex. It is published posthumously, so it was published after the death of the writer. It is against Christianity and faith in church. So these are the important 5 works written by Samuel Butler. First is Darwin Among the Machines, which is an article. Erwan, which was based on the story of an imaginary place. Next is Evolution. Evolution consists of 4 books written by Samuel Butler. Next is Erwan Revisited. And the last one is The Way of All Flesh. The Way of All Flesh is also called Ernest Pontifex because it gives us the view of Ernest Pontifex family. So this was published posthumously. So this is all about Samuel Butler. I hope you like the video. If you really liked it, please do hit the like button, and please do tell me in the comment box which writer you want me the video to make about, and please also subscribe to my channel. Thank you.